I would say for the recruiting process, if you had to put it in terms of percentages, it's very hard and it's going to be very different for everyone. But I think from what worked best for me, recruiting as a second year, I think I spent probably 40% of my time just really understanding the private equity space, talking to people, gaining an understanding of what they did, reading some of the materials, using the Elevate platform is great for that, as well as some other resources like Wall Street Oasis. And then we had a lot of internal resources that my analysts at my bank had put together over the years. Another 20% was probably spent on modeling and getting that technical component out, doing paper LBOs, things like that. And then the rest of the time was probably spent on more case study interview preparation. So some of which is modeling, but the majority is more reading about investing, getting to understand investing, listening to investing podcasts. And Michael is probably going to mention some great books because we've obviously gotten this question in other groups. So I'll let him take that. But one recommendation I have for that stuff is Invest Like the Best by Patrick O'Shaughnessy. I know Aaron listens to it. I'm a big fan of listening to it. Hour-long podcast. You can listen to some great investors and their thought processes. And then just kind of to summarize, overall, when you're approaching the recruiting process, I just think one thing that's very important to remember is that, yes, you're going to be asked the technical questions the same way that you are in banking, but, and just to repeat the name, it's Invest Like the Best with Patrick O'Shaughnessy. But you're going to be asked the technical questions, you're going to be asked the behavioral questions, but having that background understanding of, you personally, how do you think like an investor? If you were to make an investment, what would you personally invest in? And believe it or not, first-year associates are asked during the transaction process, is this a company that you would invest in personally? If you were using your own money, would you buy this company? And so being able to answer that question about your own deals that you're working on and about, a company that you get a case study brought in front of you on is an essential part of the process.